It's Yellowstone, Frank.
Well, it's like an accident when you start watching it, and then like. It was an accident.
That's what I've heard. Thanks for finding the Geek Spot, everybody. Hopefully that wasn't an accident for any of you.
Hey,
I think we're live. Oh, there we go. Now we're live.
we're live. Kick it.
There's a little echo. Anyway, hey, thank you for finding the Geek Spot. No, that was just my phone. I'm Jack. That's Frank.
You might recognize me from my shirt.
Yep, from his representation of that wonderful movie that we all loved.
Oh,
The Flash, coming up on its long ago anniversary.
By the way, I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm going to get this out of the way now while Dom's here. I mean, it's not like we're going to talk about The Office and he's going to run away again, but while Dom's here, I have the Eagles losing by 13 tonight. Just saying.
Doesn't the other team not have a quarterback?
He's a literal game time decision.
Got it.
Fantasy football playoffs start this week.
That's soon. There's a lot of games. There's like 6 games left. That seems like a lot. Speaking of football, we'll pour one out for Zach Ertz.
Yeah, that's a shame.
At his age, I doubt he's coming back next year from that. So it's a horrible way to go out.
It really is. He's just such a nice guy.
Look, Dom. Well, I'll hit welcome to Derry in a little bit. Dom, Charles, by the way, great to see you both in the chat there. Thanks for
yes, gentlemen,
hopping on early, boys. Yeah, look, welcome to Derry last night was really good. I'm not gonna lie. There was a few moments that were not great, and I'm very concerned about the finale sticking the landing. But I'll talk about that in a bit. I'm sure Frank is all caught up on Welcome to Derry.
I'm right there with you.
Speaking of being caught up on Welcome to Derry, Frank, what have you been up to, man?
I don't remember what was the last thing we did. Wait, we're like 2 weeks in a row, right?
Yeah.
So not much. Like I had to think back a minute to go, wait, did I do that? Did I do that? I got one hockey team left in the season that was the fall season.
Okay.
Game 3 in a best of 3 championship series, tied 1-1 is tomorrow night. And then the new season for the other team, they just roll, they continuously roll. So the winter season just started. I had two big slap shot goals in the first game for the other team. So there's that. That was fun.
Oh, good.
But it's been Legos. Like I got the Enterprise going.
Nice. Good. Big stuff.
Yeah, I had to tear the Millennium Falcon apart. And that's got to get rebuilt over the next couple of weeks.
So for those of you that aren't in our text message thread, which would be weird if you were, I try and continue. There's a guy out there that's rebuilding every Lego set as the Millennium Falcon. So I'm going to be sending Frank pictures of this guy just built like Simpsons and SpongeBob sets and whatever, Harry Potter, whatever he can find. No matter what Lego set he gets, he makes it a Millennium Falcon and then posts the pictures of it. It's fantastic. I'm trying to get Frank to go this route.
Maybe one day.
Like you could take down the big Millennium Falcon and make a lot of little Millennium Falcons.
I could, but I already have 2 back here.
You need no less than careful. Did you use the Craggle? That's very nice. There's no Craggle on that, I don't think.
No, but what's funny is that little one actually fits inside the Death Star, like where the shuttle is.
Oh dear
God!
God!
Take the shuttle out, and I could put that little Millennium Falcon in that Death Star, that little one. Yes.
Well, that's fancy.
Well, I mean that's how it was in the movie, right?
It was. I didn't realize they were all that to scale.
Some of them are. Not everything. Yeah, not everything fits. What about you?
A couple gigs. I was in Delaware County all weekend playing gigs, so that was cool. The Union did not play in the MLS playoffs over the weekend, but Miami did. Congrats to Messi. out of his 23 professional seasons he has now played, he has won the championship 22 of those seasons in whatever league he has been in.
He's like Wayne Gretzky.
He might be better than Wayne Gretzky all in.
Okay.
Because he's also doing, I don't know, did Gretzky do the Olympics match ever?
No, they didn't do it. They didn't really. They had like a World Cup back then, kind of. I think.
Well, we know hockey was in the Olympics back then, though. Like, did he?
Yeah, but it wasn't professional players. It was amateurs. Back then, that's why like the Team USA that won in 1980, that was filled with a bunch of amateurs, NHL hopefuls, some players that may have signed NHL contracts but didn't actually play in the NHL yet, college kids, stuff like that. Once
the Dream Team happened.
Yeah, once the United States decided, hey, we're tired of the rest of the world beating our amateur players. We're just going to put all the pros in everything now. We're just going to win everything.
Sounds right. Can't wait for flag football.
I don't think they. Well, yeah, they have dominated in hockey and World Cups. USA hockey's gotten really good. I digress.
Anyway, yeah. So that happened. So congrats to Miami and Suarez and Jordi Alba and all the guys that are retiring.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah. And other than that, like I said, I was in Duck all weekend. Watched a new show that I found.
Me too.
Did you?
No. Not yet. Is this the one that you texted me about?
It is. So we'll talk about that later on.
That's next up. Like for real.
Yeah. Look. So we'll hit it later on. But the new season dropped. Recently. So when did the new season drop? Hold on. New season dropped. Yeah, November 20th of Man on the Inside. Ted Danson, who, I've been watching basically my entire life.
Yeah, I love Ted Danson.
Who's brilliant. And so I binged season 1 and season 2. They're super easy watches, but we'll talk about them in a bit.
Okay.
Because I've been known to binge things that I like and things that I don't like. And we'll see where this fell.
I do not do those things.
That's about it, man. Not a whole lot. Ravens played yesterday and did not do anything great.
Give me 1 second.
And then, everything was a little weird this weekend because the Eagles are playing their big game tonight, as we alluded to at the beginning of the show. So that's where those things are out. Frank is back. He was wandering. He was out. He was a man of the people.
Who? What?
And now he's back.
Oh,
which
yeah,
brings
I
us.
had the vent blocked. So in the summertime, I have the vent that's over here blocked.
Yeah.
It gets really cold. In the wintertime, I forget to take the block off the vent where the heat actually can.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think that brings us over to our weekly list.
Yes. Now, a lot of these have been misses lately.
Well, there's a 50% chance this one is a hit.
Yeah. The last wrestling list I did was really, really bad. I mean, it was really bad. I wanted to stop halfway through, but it was so bad I kept going.
That's good.
So this one was published on November 29th, 2025.
Okay.
And it is the 10 most failed sitcom spinoffs in TV history.
Does it give a definition for failed?
Let's see. Hold on.
Or I guess we'll know as we get through.
I haven't read this, but let me see. These are short-lived attempt that fails to resonate despite the popularity of the original show.
Got it.
That's kind of the tagline. So number 10, The Ropers spun off from Three's Company.
It did. It was great.
I don't see it as a failed thing. I absolutely loved.
But it did.
Stanley and Helen Roper.
It did not click from a viewer standpoint because Mr. Furley, Don Knotts, just took over and created a whole new zeitgeist around him. Just what a great show that was.
It lasted a season.
Yeah.
Which back then was like 25 shows. So
yeah, there's a lot of ups. Look, it'd be 6 seasons of a Netflix show.
Yeah, basically. Okay, I'll give that one a plus. Number 9. This is a spinoff from Who's the Boss. This is called Living Dolls. This was a short-lived series on ABC that spun off the success of Who's the Boss following Samantha's friend Charlie Briscoe, played by Leah Remini, as she became a teen model with an agency that included other teen models?
No. Yeah, I don't even remember that one.
No. So we had
You're telling me there's a show out there with Leah Remini as a teen model.
So wait.
Before King of Queens.
Leah Remini.
Remini.
Halle Berry also starred.
All right. Well,
young Halle Berry.
This might be
it lasted like a season.
Go find that on YouTube for the kids. What is it? City Dolls?
Living Dolls.
Living Dolls. Got it.
Hey, so far they're 2 for 2.
Not to be confused with the Josh Whedon vehicle, Dollhouse.
No. This one I actually watched and I kind of enjoyed, and I kind of wanted to see where it would go. This is How I Met Your Father, was the spinoff of How I Met Your Mother. This was the one that starred Hilary Duff.
2 seasons? 3 seasons?
Yeah, it was like 2 seasons.
Okay.
And it got canceled. It's a shame because like they started to cross over with the main cast, and it was interesting. Kim Cattrall was the mom.
Okay.
In this one.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was an interesting. The cast wasn't bad. I mean, it was chuckle worthy.
Okay. I never went that route. I watched all of How I Met Your Mother, but How I Met Your Father was like,
How I Met Your Mother was such a fun show to watch, and then a rewatch makes you kind of go, ooh, oh.
Oh, it doesn't hold up. But it was great when it came out.
The best part of How I Met Your Mother that holds up is the William Zabka is actually the hero of Karate Kid.
100%. Barney's a lot to deal with.
Barney is a lot. Now, granted, I enjoy all of it still, but there's a lot of cringeworthy moments in it. Yeah. And Ted is an awful human being.
Yes.
Like Barney's awful, but Ted is awful. Ted is like Jim and Pam to you.
Yeah, Ted's an insanely selfish individual.
Yes. Number 7, a spinoff from Bewitched, Tabitha. I remember the show. This is an ABC show. It lasted not a whole season, I think. But it followed Tabitha Stevens, the daughter of Samantha and Darren Stevens from the original series.
Yeah.
Tabitha moved into her own independent life with an air of magical realism on the side, but failed to capture viewers' interest.
13 episodes.
Not good. Not good.
I was a newborn, or it may have come out the day before I was born.
1977.
Yeah.
Lisa Hartman played Tabitha Stevens.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think she was Tabitha on the show, right?
Maybe.
Which too? Maybe.
Robert Urich was in it.
Great
There's
guy.
Her name. Yeah. At number 6, we get a spinoff from Cheers called The Tortellis.
Oh. By the way, no, she was not Tabitha on Bewitched.
No. Lisa Hartman, no. Much older at that time, I believe.
Yeah, she was 21.
So the Tortellis was a spinoff of Cheers, was the ex-husband of Carla, was Nick Tortelli.
Yeah.
Who moved his new wife and family to Las Vegas for a business opportunity. Nick was fun on Cheers, but a whole TV show around Nick just didn't work.
Look, it was they were trying to capitalize on the Married with Children.
Yeah.
Kind of that vibe, and that only worked because Married with Children just worked.
Yeah, this did not. It didn't work. Number 5, a spinoff from Saved by the Bell. Saved by the Bell, the college years, was not fun to watch.
You didn't like it? I enjoyed Saved by the Bell, the college years.
I did not really enjoy.
But, I mean, not all of them moved, so I think that was where the problem was. They had to replace everybody but Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Right. And she made I mean, they were on it, but like not a lot, and it didn't work for me. But
no, I don't think Lisa and Jesse ever popped in. It was just the guys and Kelly.
Yeah.
I mean, it only made. I think it was also on prime time, which made it a little rougher because it was trying to like age up with the viewers, which didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't last. It didn't let. Now, see, I wasn't a hardcore Saved by the Bell fan, but
Yeah, I went
the
to a
last of the
filming of an
season.
episode, so I've always had a special spot
Okay.
for that.
Here's another old one, another oldie at number 4 here. The Brady Brides was a spinoff
Oh,
from
yeah.
the Brady Bunch. I very, very much remember this.
But wasn't that a spinoff of a Brady Bunch movie that happened much later?
Nah, well, no, not really. It was basically just continuing the story of Marcia and Jan as they left their family behind and got married. They're just the dynamic didn't seem to be there. It was in 1981. It was the original Marcia, Maureen McCormick, and the original Jan, Eve Plum.
Yeah.
And it just, like a season, if that, I think.
So it was like 6 episodes, but it was after a TV movie, the Brady girls get married.
Okay.
And
I
they tried
remember
to
the
spin
Brady.
that show off because this was 7 years after the show wrapped.
What a moment it was when the Brady girls got married. When you're young and you're watching that stuff.
Yeah, look, I remember a couple reunions over the years. They brought it back again in 1990 for a minute.
Yep.
Before they did the movie reboots.
Yep.
Which, look, we got Amy, what's her name? The Marshall line.
Yes.
Why can't I remember her name? She married,
I mean, Jan.
Yes. No. Oh, yeah, but they recast Jan in the second movie.
Oh, okay.
In the very Brady sequel.
Yes.
It was, the chick from Scary Movie.
Amy Smart?
No.
What?
Amy Smart never married Chris Pratt.
Oh, Anna Faris.
There you go.
That's all you had to say?
Yeah. Was that not her? That wasn't her. It was Jennifer
It
Lee
wasn't
Cox
her.
in both movies. I'm awful.
Yeah.
It was a good try.
But this was way back in 81.
Yeah. Gary Cole. Huh.
Yeah.
As Mike Brady. Shelley Long. Was Carol Brady in that? It's fun. Anyway, we're way off track from the Brady Brides.
Tiny little bit. At number 3, that 80s show, the spinoff from that 70s show, never took off. I mean, you could only go so long with that 70s show, right? You only have 10 years, basically, to kind of run that show. And a show that doesn't age very well when you look at how old Mila Kunis was when she actually started on the show, and there's,
Yeah, I did not. I never watched it. I didn't realize some of the people that were in it, though. There was some big names in that show. Glenn Howerton, Always Sunny, Kyler Lay, who we were out to watch on Supergirl, Brittany Daniel, in 13 episodes of that show. That's fun.
Yeah, I never watched it either. It was one that I had been interested in because as you know, I'm a huge fan of the 80s, especially music wise. But that aired on Fox, but not for long.
No, it was not good.
Yeah. See, and Pete's with me because Pete, being a child of the 80s with me, or Pete more a child of the 70s because you're older than me. Number 2 on the list is a spinoff from the Golden Girls called The Golden Palace.
Oh, God, that was rough.
I
remember The Golden Palace, yeah.
It sounds like a porn.
Wow. I mean, maybe.
So, hoping to continue the popular world of the Golden Girls without Dorothy, followed Blanche, Rose, and Sophia as they purchased a hotel in Miami. I vaguely remember this.
Well, Don Cheadle and Cheech Marin were the co-stars. So you wouldn't think that B. Arthur was the glue that held the Golden Girls together, would you?
Crazy, right?
But apparently she was the big draw.
Crazy. And that picture of Don Cheadle, whoo boy, they did not pick a good picture for the front of that.
No.
And the number 1 show of failed spinoffs that just had its lost episodes released, Joey, the spinoff from Friends, was awful.
Yes. Agreed.
It was awful.
But I feel like, didn't it come back again? Didn't they take like 2 stabs at it?
We had Dre DiMatteo star as Gina Tribbiani.
46 episodes. So I don't know if you can call 46 episodes a failure.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot. And then there's 46.
Lot.
There's 46 plus. There's a handful of lost episodes. But it wasn't as funny, and it's a shame because Matt LeBlanc is actually a really decent actor, And like when he's sitting in the interviews and he's talking in the interviews, he seems like he's like this really well put together person.
Yeah, look, Michelle Lasso was one of the stars. Ted Lasso's wife.
Oh, really?
Paul Costanzo from all sorts of things, but I remember him from oh God, now I'm gonna forget the show with his brother was the doctor. It was on USA. It was a show. I watched it. I watched it a lot. Royal Pains, which I enjoyed immensely. Royal Pains, and Jennifer Coolidge made her start on that show. So like a lot of good stuff on Joey.
Paul Costanzo was the guy in Road Trip.
Yes, that too.
Okay. So that wasn't a bad list. It was actually
that had some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there was some stuff. We had a big death in the movie world.
We did.
We had Carrie here. Wait. Let me get this right. Hiroyuki Tagawa.
Yeah. What did he do?
So he played Shang Tsung in the Mortal Kombat.
That's right. Movie. Okay.
He played Shang Tsung in the. He got his acting start way back in 1986. Shockingly enough, in Big Trouble in Little China as an uncredited extra Wing Kong Man.
Wow, really? He wasn't credited in that one?
No. Wow. He absolutely was typecast in different things. He was in an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. He was in The Last Emperor. He was in Twins. And it just says Oriental Man. Awful.
Wow.
He was in Miami Vice, Superboy, Moonlight. Like he was in all the TV shows back then.
Recently, he did a voice in Blue Eye Samurai as the one that made her swords. Like in that season 2. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you saw the trailer for that. Oh my God.
What?
Season 2 looks unreal. Blue Eye Samurai.
Oh, no, I didn't see season 1 yet.
I know.
He was in Thunder in Paradise, dude. That's the Hulk Hogan show.
He was on the remake of Lost in Space they did a few years ago. Yeah, he's been
all over the place. He was in Stargate SG-1, one of my favorite shows.
Which is coming back, right? Did we talk about that?
We did not mention that Stargate has gotten a series, or at least a pilot pickup from Amazon Prime, which I think is amazing. They're kind of storyboarding it now, putting it together. They don't have any actors or anything, and it's not going to be a reboot. It's going to be a continuation of the franchise, which I think is great. I think it's a great move.
That little startup Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon's. You would almost expect them to buy a studio or something.
No, they already did. They're good. They already bought MGM.
Yeah, that's working out. Do we want to run through the newsy things?
So yeah, let's hit up the news, man. There's some big things this past week.
So the biggest,
by the way, Charles, we see you in chat. That's awesome that you get to see Dee Snider, Bruce Dickinson,
Frank Grillo,
Don Bluth. That's pretty great. I'm not sure which con you're at, but that sounds like a great lineup you got to meet.
Said he meant Frank Grillo too. That's awesome.
Everybody loves Crossbones or Rick Flag Sr.
Or Rick,
whichever universe floats your boat.
So the biggest news to come out of the entire last week is that Netflix is at the time buying Warner Brothers for $83 billion. Now, Warner Brothers had been up for sale, and they put they were going to have a bidding war. They were going to accept offers from Paramount was going to offer, and Netflix was offering. And in the end, it looked like Netflix was going to be the one to purchase until today, when Paramount submitted a hostile bid of like $104 billion.
Netflix released something right after that and was like, yeah, we expected this. We're good. Don't worry about it.
I can see it as so this could be one big nail in the coffin of the actual theater industry. While Netflix has said that they're going to continue to put movies out in theaters, which is a big thing that everyone's was afraid of when it first was announced. But then they also said, yeah, but they're not going to stay in theaters as long. So we're going to release films into theaters, but they're going to make it to Netflix faster than they normally would.
Which, look, I don't have a problem with.
I look, I don't like it, but I like it. Like, it's the movie going experience in the theater isn't the same as it was even all the way back to Endgame, right?
No.
It's $50 for a bag of popcorn and a soda, not to mention the fact that now you got to buy a bucket because, you know, everybody's a collector. So now there's special popcorn buckets for movies, which add to the price. If scientists ever figure out exactly how to make movie theater popcorn at home the way it's made in the movie theater, I won't have a problem with this.
You just got to buy the big machine, man.
There's something like you get that, you know, you get that microwave pocket or you make it yourself and it just doesn't, it doesn't taste the same as it does in the theater. It just hits different.
Yeah.
I can see it as a good and a bad for people that like going to the movie theaters. It's an awful thing. And for the movie theaters themselves.
Well, I think there's a couple problems with that, right? So one, the key, one of the big key points to this is it's not everything that you have on like HBO Max, right? Or everything that they currently have is Warner Brothers Discovery. It's not the whole company. They're splitting that company regardless of this, right? So Warner Brothers is splitting into one studio, which will be the studio for Warner Brothers with DC and HBO.
Right.
That is the company being bought.
Yep.
The company splitting off from that is CNN, TNT Sports, Discovery Plus, Bleacher Report, all of that. It's going to be Discovery Global.
I agree. Movie theater. I agree. The soda's better too.
So with this though, I'm hoping that stays its own and those things. And that's like Food Network and HGN, like all that. Like there's a lot of stuff, content that people watch on a daily basis, don't even realize is part of that spin off there. So, but the problem is this is the tent poles and the theatrical releases, which, as you said, switching these out of needing to make money in the theater from the Warner Brothers stuff, it could hurt or it could help, right? So far, Netflix hasn't cared about box office. My man Jim working on the movie Popcorn for you at the Chem Lab.
Listen, I appreciate you, Jim. Godspeed.
So look, that is so realize our YouTube guys can't see that. So flip that on the screen there for you. So yeah, so I mean that's the big thing. Like, but I don't know that it's good for any part of the industry, not just the theaters. It's not great for creativity. It's not great for employees because as this year has been apparent, if you pay any attention to corporations, there are massive layoffs for AI. This is layoffs for duplication of work because you already have all these same marketing people and advertising and all of the people that do the grunt work at Netflix that you're now going to bring in and merge a new company where, which one do I need them for? Which one makes less? We'll keep those people on, right? And like that's where you go. And Netflix is starting to expand out, right? In King of Prussia, they just opened one of the Netflix houses. So where they have all these experiences. They are charging through the nose for those experiences. It's $500 to take like a family of 4.
It's ridiculous.
But they're doing the experiences for their big tent poles. Now, I don't know what this would end up meaning for DC.
So
I don't know where the comic books fall in this either.
So James Gunn said, since you asked, and I had this ready anyway.
Oh, look at that.
The DC universe is big enough and strong enough that it should be available for all platforms. There are some stories that are important to be told in theaters around the world and some stories that are important to be told as series, is what James Gunn said. Now, with Netflix buying it, as you said, and splitting it, you're getting the Harry Potter universe, you're getting all the movie stuff that Netflix has taken, all them big, like you said, all them big tentpole studio franchises. Paramount wants to buy the whole thing.
Right.
Not split it. They want to gobble the whole thing up. Another thing I read was that Netflix almost bought EA, which was just purchased by who the hell bought Netflix? Who the hell bought EA Sports?
Some Middle Eastern.
Skydance. Skydance just bought them. No.
Who
bought EA?
EA was bought by someone in the UAE, I think. Yeah, look, it's between. Well, but there's not sports
the
in this.
EA was
They are
bought,
adding some sports to Netflix. So yeah,
EA was bought by a public investment fund of Saudi Arabia, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners.
yeah.
But Netflix was trying to buy them. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Right, Netflix won't let us password share, but and as of now, Netflix has said, hey, yeah, your subscription prices won't change now, but how much higher is that subscription going to be if this deal goes through? The government's looking into it. All of Hollywood is against it. SAG-AFTRA is looking at it. They're up in arms about it. Everybody's.
Well, look, and the other big piece, right, as you just mentioned, SAG-AFTRA with that, right? The problem is the contracts for streaming versus the contracts for movies are completely different.
Yep.
Because once it goes streaming, you don't get paid the same thing. You don't get the same profit sharing. You don't get the same money. So actors are going to have to sign on for more money up front or take the hit and make less. And that means that the actors below them make less, and they'll below and below and below till you're down to extras that are making nothing. I
miss so much the local movie theaters. Like down here in Northeast Philly, I had on Castor Avenue alone, I had the Benner, the Castor, and the Tyson, 3 movie theaters in a row. I saw E.T. at the Tyson. Then you had the Mayfair, and this is just Northeast Philly. You had the Mayfair, and then there were other little neighborhood theaters in different sections of the city. And we had the Orleans 8, the Orleans 4 at Roosevelt Boulevard at the Roosevelt Mall, and then they built an expansion of that, 4 more theaters behind it, and we had the Orleans 8. Right? I don't know. I'm not thrilled with the Netflix model. Like I don't honestly. I only watch wrestling on Netflix right now. I don't even watch movies on Netflix. But there's so many streaming services available. It's worse than cable now.
It is. It's combined. They're all about what cable used to be.
Right.
Except for the fact that there's still a couple hanging out there that if you are a sports fan, you can't not have cable still. It's the most obnoxious thing in the world.
Now,
because during MLB season, there's still games I can't catch unless I have cable.
Right.
And during football season, it's hit or miss. Though Disney, ESPN just did launch a new subscription service for, an enhanced one. It's $36 a month if you want ESPN Unlimited. It's Hulu without ads, ESPN without ads, and Disney Plus without ads.
It's ridiculous.
But it's a lot of money, right?
Now, let me ask Dom something, because he just pointed out that baseball opening day is now on Netflix. Does Netflix do the same thing with the copyright things so a lot of the movie reviewers, a lot of the people that review movies and whatnot, they get claims filed against them for using different video and whatnot Netflix from a movie, and then they have to go and they have to appeal that, and usually it comes back okay. I forget which one I was hearing that was the worst of them all. I think it might have been Universal. I'm not sure. Dom could maybe clarify that. But will you get banged with Netflix the way you guys get banged from the other studios? I know that's a whole separate issue.
Right. I would assume some of that has to do with the fact that if it is streaming and you are streaming it on another streaming service like YouTube, that's why. And now there's also new things happening now with Avatar coming out soon, right? Which somehow is nominated, which we'll get to in a second, nominated for Golden Globes, even though it hasn't released yet. I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works either.
That has a moratorium on critic reviews, but not on social reviews. So like people can release their social media reviews of the movie, but not their critic reviews of the movie.
Which is just...
It makes I don't even understand. Like, if you're talking about it on social media, isn't that still a review? It's weird how all of those things are starting to work now for a lot of these.
It's really kind of weird. So in the vein of the movies, today is December 8th that the show is live. My birthday is in 2 days on December 10th. The early birthday gift that I'm getting from James Gunn is we're getting a teaser from Supergirl, the movie, on the 11th.
Correct.
That's kind of cool.
Which already dropped at CCXP.
Right, and I haven't looked.
Which I read a little bit about what the thoughts were on it. It looks like it's it's like a clip. It's the same thing you did with Superman, right? Where we got the first like couple minutes of Superman. It seems based on what I know about or what I got from the books. It's the first couple minutes of the books.
Okay,
like it's the first introduction with her.
Is it good? Like, does that sound like a? Does that you have read? I haven't read the book, so I don't know. Is that a good opening?
I don't know that I don't know that I want to see the book as a movie, so I'm still on the fence. The book was fine and it was enjoyable, but it requires knowing a lot about Supergirl.
Okay.
And the character, like to understand why she's the way that she is, and like the gravitas of what she's carrying with her. And I don't know if this new DC universe has earned that yet, or will be able to pull that off in short order. I think the movie's gonna flop.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't flop.
Okay,
there's no big stars other than Jason Momoa is your biggest star, and I guarantee you he's in the movie for like 10 minutes.
I hope not.
Like, and I love Millie Alcock. I thought she was fantastic in
Game of Thrones.
Nope. What's it called? House of the Dragon.
Oh, well,
yeah, still Game of Thrones, but yeah. But knowing the story and having read Woman of Tomorrow, I don't think it's going to be a story that draws people in. Like, it's a dark story. It's dark.
Okay.
So it's weird that is your second movie that you're doing. I don't know if there's a way to make it like bright and exciting, but it sounds like the teaser is going to show us the main beats from the book.
Okay.
So we'll see once we get the teaser. But I think this movie is a much harder sell than Superman, and Superman didn't do great.
No, but it didn't do awful.
It was third for the year at 300.
I enjoyed it a lot more than you did.
No, I mean like box office wise.
Right.
It didn't do great. It did just because I have it up for something else. It was number 9 globally for the year.
Still top 10.
Yeah, it's 616, and it was number 3 domestic for the year. But it's number
horrible.
3 domestic at 354 million. So like not a hit. It barely broke even.
So is that because people just aren't interested in going to the theater, or the movie wasn't that good? You got to look at it from two ways. It's kind of like this, Jack. 6-7.
Speaking of the youth,
you're welcome.
The youth viewers,
you're welcome.
Minecraft movie and Lilo and Stitch beat it.
Okay. So I was looking for a way to work that in.
I know. I appreciate it. I do. I only heard it 30 or 40 times today. Sure. But like, if you look at the top 10, like, right, which is a change from when it was all superhero movies, like the top 10 this year. And look, in the coming weeks, everybody watching, you'll get our top 10 shows / movies.
This is going to be a great list.
I tried going through the movies that came out this year, and I just didn't watch enough of them to put together a top 10 list of movies, but we'll incorporate some stuff in there.
I think I can put together a top 4 list of movies.
But if you look, like, your top 10 box office, right? It was Minecraft, Lilo and Stitch, Superman, Jurassic World Rebirth, which I watched a few weeks ago. It's awful. Wicked for Good, which has only been out for 2 weeks at this point. Sinners is still in the top 6. Fantastic Four, How to Train Your Dragon, Zootopia 2, and Captain America Brave New World rounds out the top 10. So out of that, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 are either live action remakes of an animated movie or basically animated stuff, right? So about half that list is for kids, which is different than this top 10 usually looks on any given year, right? So I don't know what the change is going to be there. Like, Mission Impossible didn't crack the top 10. Thunderbolts didn't crack the top 10.
Thunderbolts was a better movie than Captain America.
100%.
Yeah.
But they gave away the big twist ending like an hour after it came out, so that didn't help.
Right.
So we'll see. But yeah, we'll before the end of the year, we'll do our top lists.
When we do the top list, I'm going to look into it and look at the streaming numbers for those two as compared to the to the box office draw to see where it performed better. Some of those movies.
You're sucked into the hand motion now, aren't you? You're
I
just
am.
gonna be doing
I
this.
hate it. I actually hate it. Dom answered my question. He said they can be strict at times regarding the movie reviewers, but it also depends on the embargoes. A couple little quick things. Spider-Man Brand New Day wrapped filming. Yay. We're only a year away from that. Huh?
Not even 6 months.
Oh.
It's on July.
I can't. James Cameron is working on a Terminator 7 script, which supposedly is going to be a complete reboot.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I would love for him to reboot it and then somebody else take over.
I think he's having an issue with today's AI and writing the movie.
Yeah,
like in the 80s, he didn't have that issue at all.
Right.
Now it's a completely different world. Completely different.
Yeah, you can't make like you're like, oh, so this is happening like next week, not in like 30.
Right.
Great.
Batman.
Oh God.
Zoe Kravitz exited the Batman movie, will not return as Catwoman, but Scarlett Johansson is circling a role opposite Robert Pattinson. They offered the role to Emma Stone. She declined, and Scarlett Johansson is aggressively pursuing this role.
I feel like that means they're going Poison Ivy.
No.
Oh, I had not heard a name.
No, wasn't. It's supposed to be. Hold on. Phantasm.
No.
Is the rumor. That's the rumor.
Phantasm is only from the movie The Mask of the Phantasm that came out for the animated series. What an awful decision.
Correct.
That it might be the worst thing I've ever heard.
I personally think she would be great as a Poison Ivy type, as grounded as they do it.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of issues going that route though, because right now, from a pop culture standpoint, Poison Ivy is tied inextricably to Harley Quinn.
Right.
From the TV show to the comics to all of that, like that's a lot of work to do there. Unless they're going to go with the All Ghouls, which is boring. There's such a huge rogues gallery that hasn't been tapped yet, and we'll see. I think that just means the movie gets pushed back again because now they have to rewrite the movie again. Like, what are we doing?
Or do they? Unless he's known this all along. I mean, it's been what, 7-8 years since the first Batman came out. I know it feels like. On the heels of the Batman news, really fast. Quentin Tarantino lashed out for some reason at Paul Dano.
Yeah.
And called him the worst effing actor in SAG.
Yeah, so this was actually because he was talking about There Will Be Blood is where Quentin Tarantino, he was giving his best movies of the 21st century.
Okay.
And for some reason, he just started shooting bullets at Paul Dano and then also
out of nowhere
threw under the bus Matthew Lillard and Owen Wilson in the next sentence for no reason.
Just none.
We're getting bitter old man Tarantino.
Yeah.
Just doesn't give a shit because he knows that he's done.
He's got one more movie to make. He could pick and choose and do whatever the hell he wants, and then he's out.
Yeah. So good for you.
And so finally, I was saving this one for last, Dom. Thank you for actually bringing it up. Avengers Endgame is returning to the theaters ahead of Doomsday. So
to show
Avengers
you that Marvel wants you to
Endgame
forget everything in between.
So hold on. September 2026, Avengers Endgame is coming back into the studio, right? Yes, Dom, will go and see it. Probably it'll be my 5th time in the theater to see it at least. I saw that movie more in the theater than I have ever any other movie in the theater, I think. But one of the big rumors is there will be an end credit scene that goes directly from Endgame to Doomsday and connects Endgame to Doomsday. And they're going to go from Endgame right to Doomsday. Everything in between is going to get erased as far as Marvel goes, and they're going to do a hard reboot.
Well, we know that's not going to happen Because we
Not
already saw stuff
completely.
from the Doomsday set from the end of Thunderbolts.
Not completely, but they would be able to do it if they use timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah, and then people will be like, "Oh, well, I'm good. I don't need to go see Doomsday now." People will go see it, but it's not. I don't. It's another one. Like I don't think you get the numbers they're hoping for.
No. I mean, it's the second highest grossing film of all time, so they're going to try and bump those numbers up. I don't know
they're
if
going to
they're
try and
going
beat out
to
Avatar.
Avatar.
Yeah.
It's releasing 84 days before Doomsday. So, I mean, that's a really good push into Doomsday if they're going to do this. I'm okay with it. I'll go see it. I'll buy the big ass $4,000 popcorn bucket that they're going to put out for this.
I'm sure you will.
Damn right I will. But that's all the fun news stuff that I had.
So real quick, besides and breaking news, Jimmy Kimmel just inked a new contract extension with ABC.
That's funny.
It's just for another year. All right, it's not. That's not a long time.
He'll probably retire after that.
It's another 4 years, maybe. He's been trying to retire for years.
And
agreed, Dom. James Cameron will definitely re-release Avatar again once Endgame passes it in time for Avatar 4. So last piece of news, real quick to hit. Golden Globes were announced today. I don't know, Frank, if you've had a chance to look at the list at all.
I did. I haven't seen anything on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've seen, out of Best Motion Picture Drama, I've seen Sinners, and I'll probably watch Frankenstein at some point, maybe. I don't know. I haven't watched many of the Frankenstein movies over the years. I think the last one I actually watched was probably Bride of Frankenstein in the 80s, and I saw it at like a drive-thru.
I think the last Frankenstein movie I watched was Young Frankenstein.
I do want to watch Begonia. It's tough because a lot of these movies that are up for Golden Globes, I think, were recently released, so they're not even like streaming yet. They're all still kind of in theaters. Animated, I think K-pop. If K-pop Demon Hunters doesn't win everything it's up for, they're just doing it wrong.
I don't understand how they think this was. So Golden Globes is the one that Stallone won the Best Supporting Actor, but then the Oscars he got shut out, right? I believe
Golden Globes is usually an indicator. But if that's the case, if this is the indicator for what the Oscars are going to be this year, nobody's going to give a shit about the Oscars. Because nobody's seeing any of these movies.
No, I don't care about it one way or the other. Personally.
I mean, your best drama movies. Let's see if anybody in the chat has seen any of these. You got Frankenstein, Hamnet.
Apparently, that's a great movie. Again, the Discord that I'm in, they're loving that right now.
It was just an accident, sentimental value, Sinners, and then The Secret Agent. I've never even heard of most of those movies.
No.
Best Motion Picture, musical or comedy, which I don't know if any of these are those things. Blue Moon, Begonia, which I don't know how that's a musical or comedy from what I've heard about it.
They need to split this category into two different categories.
Marty Supreme, No Other Choice, Nouvelle Vague, or however you say it.
Sure.
And One Battle After Another.
So where does Wicked land on that? It does not land in musical?
Wicked is not nominated for shit. Except for they have Cynthia Erivo was nominated for Best Performance by a Female in a Comedy or Musical, and Ariana Grande was nominated for Best Supporting. That is it for Wicked, other than for the cinematic achievement and a couple songs.
I have zero interest in seeing Wicked personally, but
so last year Wicked won for cinematic and box office achievement, which is a new category that says like, hey, this movie made a lot of money, so you guys probably would like it.
Gotcha.
If we talked about it on our award show. So the nominees for that are F1.
rather than split musicals and comedies apart, they're going to make a new category for the movie that made the most money.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
but that now has Avatar, Fire and Ash in it. F1, K-pop Demon Hunters, which should win that category. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, Sinners, Weapons, Wicked for Good, and Zootopia 2.
None of them I've seen.
Yeah, now TV, I've seen these at least.
I am interested in F1, but
that is on Apple now.
It is. I trust me, I see it. I watch a lot of stuff through Apple TV to like Amazon Prime. The picture's just gorgeous. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Got it. So for television series drama, we got The Diplomat, Pluribus, Severance, Slow Horses, The Pit, and White Lotus.
Okay.
So those I've seen half of.
I've seen some.
Slow Horses it pops up every time I finish an Apple TV show, telling me to watch it. TV series, Abbott Elementary, The Bear, Hacks.
Wait, Pluribus is nominated and it's not even done yet?
Yeah. Avatar is nominated. It's not even out yet.
Yeah, how does this shit work? This is ridiculous.
Nobody Wants This. Only Murders in the Building and The Studio. No, Nobody Wants This is the show with Kristen Bell and Adam Brody.
I still never finished The Studio. I think I have like 3 or 4 episodes of that left. Pluribus, I want to mention something when we're done because I have a thing. A thing.
Yeah, and Bella Ramsey nominated for Best Actress.
For what?
For The Last of Us.
How? How is that even possible?
Up against Helen Mirren for Mobland, Kathy Bates for Matlock, Kerry Russell for The Diplomat, Rhea Seehorn for Pluribus, and Britt Lauer for Severance. Britt Lauer probably wins that.
Wait.
Yeah. You don't want me to sleep on that one? Yeah.
Start. Go back. Okay.
We'll go back
She's
to
up
that.
against who?
So Bella Ramsey.
Right. I got that part.
Up against Britt Lauer.
Better than her.
Helen Mirren for Mobland.
Way better than her.
Kathy Bates for Matlock.
So much better than her.
Kerry Russell for The Diplomat.
Great. Love her.
And Rhea Seehorn for Pluribus.
It's been absolutely phenomenal in the 6 episodes that we've gotten of Pluribus.
That we're putting the I'm going to be a dad into the same categories. Blows my mind.
I don't.
Best actor in TV series, Adam Scott for Severance. Diego Luna for Andor.
Okay.
Gary
Not going to
Oldman
win,
for
but
Slow
should.
Horses. Mark Ruffalo for Task. Noah Wiley for The Pit. And Sterling Brown for Paradise. Now,
you know
all
what?
of these Pit things that are nominated, it's already going to be in season 2, like airing by the time this award ceremony happens.
All of those actors are absolutely deserving, and I haven't seen Severance. That one, I think I've seen the most shows out of that one. We got
out of that list. You saw Paradise and Andor,
right?
Yeah,
right.
So far,
right. Just out of that list.
So female actor in musical or comedy, and then we'll run through a few more of these quick, and then we'll be out.
Sure.
Io Dabiri for The Bear, Jean Smart for Hacks, Jenna Ortega for Wednesday, Kristen Bell for Nobody Wants This, Natasha Lyonne for Poker Face, and Selena Gomez for Only Murders in the Building. It's a solid list.
It is. So Natasha Lyonne won't win because they're trying to get rid of her.
Yeah.
So she won't win.
It depends on how much love they give to Nobody Wants This year, but I bet that's Jean Smart again.
Again, yeah. I can't see Jenna Ortega winning for Wednesday.
No, though she's good.
Yeah.
In that role. Selena Gomez definitely went on. They might go to Io Dabiri. Or Jean, I haven't watched The Bear because I still get pissed off it's in the comedy category.
Right.
I will not do anthology because neither one of us watched any of those. Best male in a musical comedy. Adam Brody for Nobody Wants This. Glenn Powell for Chad Powers.
I haven't watched it, but I heard it's hilarious.
I mean, through like the first episode. We did not hit Welcome to Derry yet. We're getting there. We got strangled by the news, Dom. I did the first episode or 2 of Chad Powers. I'm struggling.
Okay.
But we'll see. I'll finish it now that it got picked up for season 2. Jeremy Allen White for The Bear, Martin Short and Steve Martin for Only Murders in the Building, and Seth Rogen for The Studio. That's going to go to Seth Rogen.
He's good in it. He's good in that.
And then best performance by a female actor in a supporting role. Bunch of White Lotus. 3 for White Lotus. Parker Posey, Carrie Coon, Amy Lou Wood, Catherine O'Hara for The Studio, Aaron Doherty for Adolescence, which she will win. So this isn't by category.
Catherine O'Hara's pretty good in The Studio from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, but Adolescence swept at the Emmys, and it will do the same. And Hannah Einbinder for Hacks, who she should win. She's brilliant. I think she won. She actually won the Emmy, but it wasn't set up the same way.
Oh.
So there's anything else? Best performance by an actor in a male supporting role? No, not really. Yeah, I think that's where we're at. Best podcast, not us.
No.
Sorry,
What about
everyone.
the Island of Relevancy? Is that on there?
But keep trying and keep advertising. Is you got Call Her Daddy, Good Hang with Amy Poehler, Smartless, which I can't enjoy that.
Is the
Armchair
Island of
Expert,
Relevancy on the podcast one?
the Mel Robbins podcast, and Up First. So no, not us, but that's okay. Next year we have the chance at the Golden Globes as good as anybody else. So all right, so that is those. So we will keep you posted as we get into award season with what is coming up and what isn't, and what we how we do with it. We'll make our predictions once Frank watches more of those shows.
Yep.
All right, so stuff we watched. We'll rock
God.
through this since we got the Eagles coming up.
The Colts. No, the Colts are planning to work out Phillip Rivers on Tuesday.
That's amazing.
He's
I love
44. Anyway, yeah.
Do it. Do it. He's got 47 kids keeping him young.
Yes.
So I'll hit real quick. As I said before, Man on the Inside is a blast. I just happened to decide to start watching it, and the cast is fantastic. It's by Michael Schur, who has done some shows we may have talked about or not talked about before in this, like The Office, The Good Place, all sorts of stuff. Some of your big cast people, starring Ted Danson, the waitress, Mary Elizabeth Ellis, is on the show as Ted Danson's daughter. Sally Struthers is a big character on the show. She's fantastic.
Wow.
Stephanie Beatrice is a recurring character on the show from Twisted Metal and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. All those things. And then the guest stars they get are just so much fun. Like second season, Mary Steenburgen's in it. And watching her and Ted Danson together is magic.
That's
every
kind of awesome.
scene the two of them are in together. Like, you can tell how in love they still are. Just the second they're on screen, it's awesome. But it's everything about the show is great. I had a blast. Eugene Cordero, who's been in, he was the Snosberries Taste Like Snosberries from Super Troopers. He was also in Loki. It's on Lower Decks, Tacoma FD. He's great in it. He plays the son, Ted Danson's son-in-law. Basic premise is Ted Danson's wife has passed away. He's retired, and then he answers a classified ad for looking for an older man to become a private investigator in a retirement home.
Okay.
And it's just they're all like 25 minutes long. It's super fast. It's a joy and a nice break from all of the heavy. That the other three shows that we'll talk about were. So I'll hit it real quick for Dom, and then we'll talk some Landman and some Pluribus.
Yeah.
Though Man on the Inside did do a bad Landman move at their Thanksgiving episode, and they're at dinner, and everybody starts fighting, and then people walk out. I'm like, God damn it, just let people enjoy a meal on one of these shows. So Welcome to Derry. I talked about this a little bit last week. This episode went dark. And it's what it did. There's still no slight spoilers for Derry. There's still no protagonist that's safe. There was not from episode 1. There's still not in episode 7. You do get like the history of Pennywise though, so it gives you a bio, of how he came to be Pennywise and how the clown character became the It, and where that came from, which was I don't know that I needed. It helps with the story to a degree, and you get some familial things, which it's alluded to in the last few episodes and kind of given you some pieces of. And then you get the black spot, which is where a lot of the soldiers have been gathering, and is like the jazz spot off the base where all of the black airmen have been able to hang out, and they drawing the community into there. As well, gets attacked in a way exactly how you expect in a 1960s show. And then that kind of satiates the beast. And then, because it's every 27 years is the It cycle. But then our James Remar character, good old Raiden from the old Mortal Kombat movies, coming in, screwing things up as he does. And it looks like we're going to have a hell of a finale. But I'm very concerned this finale is going to feel very rushed, unless it's like an hour and a half long. Yeah. So one of the best spots is Don mentions in the chat there. The black spot was lit on fire, and there was gunfire coming through. There was Molotov cocktails coming in. The whole place was burning down around everybody, and they did it in a oneer.
Oh yeah,
Like a 15-minute one shot.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
That had people getting killed left and right, going in and out of all this smoke and fire. And they talked about after the episode, they had the place on fire for like 4 days straight.
Oh shit.
To film it, and they would light it up when it got dark out and stop the fire when it got light out, and that was what they did all night, shooting all these things, like crazy, all this stuff. Meanwhile, the thing is on fire, and Pennywise is working his way through the building at the same time. So like it's wild. There was some really strong points to this episode. There was a couple spots I didn't love in it. But I feel like it was rushed. Like this show is as wild as it's been. I think 10 episodes for the story it seems like they're going to try and tell would have been perfect. I think 8, this episode had parts that got really rushed, and I think the same thing's going to be happen in the finale next week. But okay. If you're even remotely into horror, go check out It, Welcome to Derry. It is not just the story of It and Pennywise. It is all sorts of things into fear and society. It's great. It's a very poignant social commentary that is very well done. As much as I dislike Andy Muschietti and most of the other things he's done, but anyway. So all right, so we got Landman and Pluribus.
Listen, we said it last week. Taylor Sheridan must have had some traumatic dinner experiences in his life for the fact that he keeps ruining dinner scenes. Like it's this, like it's every episode. It's constant. It takes me out of the episode.
Look, every time Ali Larter is on screen takes me out of the episode. Because she's gorgeous. She's great, but her character is so obnoxious.
I can't stand her character.
That the minute she comes on, I'm like, why are we ruining this scene with her? And they take your fucking baseball cap off, kid. Sorry.
I like the show. It felt like they sped through what I thought would have been the rest of the season plot line of Cooper and this girl being apart and kind of working their way back together, when it really took was Sam Elliott to basically tell him, you don't know the rules. Learn the rules, ask her what the rules are, and she's going to change them on you. I mean, he's right, because that's what women do. But like they resolved that immediately.
Yeah, there's parts of the show that I really enjoy, but it's getting weighed the other way right now. Like, and then we got the lawyer that went traveling. Yeah, and like, all right, now she needs to get in a relationship with the guy for like, oh my god, sure. Like, just a waste to make her into eye candy instead of actually being like a character.
She was one of the best characters on the show, the way they had her.
Right. And they've almost instantly ruined her and gotten rid of any validation that she had or like independence. And look, that's Taylor Sheridan. Like that, it's right. That's how he writes.
And now
he writes women horribly.
And now you're moving yet another person into an already crowded house. They're going to have to move to a bigger house. I guess Sheridan has some property somewhere that he wants to spotlight. In Fort Worth, so
probably
they're going to have to move to a bigger house.
And as I pointed out, Sam Elliott and Bob Thornton, right, father and son on this show, only 11 years apart in real life.
Listen, I told you what my theory was. My theory was that, how did I word it to you?
I don't even remember what
that we're going to find out that Andy Garcia's character actually had a guy under him named Brad Wesley that Sam Elliott knows from the movie Roadhouse. And the bad guy in Roadhouse, and that's what I would want to happen, is I want that guy to show up. But no, or that connection to be there. But no. I don't hate Landman, but there are parts of Landman that are making me really unhappy watching it.
Yeah, I think they can only afford Andy Garcia for like 6 minutes an episode, which is frustrating because he's
one of the
him
better
and Billy Bob
parts.
Thornton together, and even
Oh,
Demi Moore. Like Demi Moore is crushing it.
yep. Yep.
She's the only female character he hasn't absolutely ruined yet. So
now, and he's probably not allowed to ruin her because she probably put her foot down and said, "Shut up," or "I'm going to tell Bruce Willis you're a bad guy," even though he doesn't remember anything, and he'll kill you.
Possibly. All right, and then to wrap things up, we had another episode of Pluribus this week. We found out
I have a theory
what the deal was with the people. So spoilers, as it says on the screen right now, for episode 6.
Yes.
So it's 6 of Pluribus, where we find out that it is Soylent Green, but they have a really good reason for it. It's humanitarian.
Listen,
because they can't pick fruit or vegetables or harvest grain or do any, which sounds like just the planet's going to get overrun fairly quickly.
Well, they said they had less than a decade, or is it 2 years? I forget which one it was.
No. That was until the food supply run out. Yeah.
Right. For them to run out of food supply.
Yeah.
Like they can't pick an apple off a tree, but if an apple falls off a tree, they can use it.
Right.
Right. Really weird set of rules. But we had an amazing cameo. You know,
go ahead.
Oh, John Cena cameoed as the guy that explained why they drink the milk, which is ground up humans that are already dead because of the nutritional value. So there was a line in the meet, and now I actually read this somewhere else, but I'm gonna take it. When she went to see what the hell's the guy's name?
Mr. Diabate.
Mr. Diabate, who
in Vegas, running Vegas for himself and
running Vegas for himself. All the rest of the survivors already know about the food because they keep in touch and they Zoom and they get together and they've excluded Carol because she's a bit of an asshole. And when Carol came to Vegas, all of the other humans on the planet left Vegas or went into hiding somewhere and did not want to be around where Carol was because they still need space. Which really, every time she calls to listen to that entire message is hilarious.
Which again, that's the guy from Better Call Saul.
Right. So,
and one of the shows we talked about earlier too.
So they already were made aware of the fact that they're drinking human remains, basically. And while they're bothered by it, they're okay with it. The rest of the people like Carol. And they figured out, the other humans, how to transform the remaining people that weren't transformed, I guess is the best word. They needed to harvest stem cells from them.
Right.
Which is a very invasive and painful procedure. They can only do it with their permission. And now Mr. Diabate said, no, not at this time. And Carol picked up the phone and called them and told them no.
Right.
And then wanted confirmation. And they put it on a digital sign out. They put it on a digital sign for the hotel that they're staying in. That's how they replied to her. Because they don't want to talk to her.
Well, it's fair because when she yells at them, millions die.
So hold on. What they said to her specifically was, get this again now. Hang on. Find my thing. Down here somewhere. And I lost it. Oh, there it is. They said, no stem cells will be collected from your body. Right?
Yes.
Carol harvested eggs in the past.
They showed us that. Yeah.
Technically, they don't have to get the stem cells from Carol. They can get the stem cells from the eggs.
It's true.
Now, I didn't come up with that on my own. I wish I was that smart to have remembered that part.
Right.
I did read that, but that's a great through line.
And we do get the other guy, the 13th guy, that maybe is because he hasn't. Maybe he was and fell out of being part of them. Maybe. We'll see. Because he was on a starvation, hunger strike, something.
I love that they sent his mother to talk to him. You're not my mom. My mother was a bitch.
Yeah.
And
It was great.
The car down the hill to jumpstart the clutch.
Yeah.
Remember having to do that?
No, but it's because I didn't drive stick back then. But yeah, so we're on a collision course with him and Carol, which I'm excited to see. How many episodes do we get? Is this another 8 banger?
Is it 8? I don't know.
This is 9.
Okay.
So we get 3 more episodes. With the last one coming right after Christmas. That's crazy. So we got 3 episodes left. Plenty of time for them to do stuff. It looks like our next week, Manusis is working his way from, he's in like Portugal.
Yep.
To Albuquerque. So that'll be interesting.
Going to be a long drive.
Yeah. We'll see how that works in that car that he has.
Yeah.
So, hey, you can find Frank and T this week, right?
Back again this week. The Island of Relevancy will be back Wednesday night. My birthday will be on my birthday. As long as T is all moved into his house. T bought a house finally, and he's been moving in. He hopes to have his little studio set up for Wednesday. If not, we'll, as soon as we can get together and do it, we will.
Fantastic. You can find me at Jack Kid Music. I'll be at Tony's in Ivyland this weekend, and then all over the place doing holiday parties and stuff next week. So keep your eye out, and we will talk to you next time. Thanks for finding the Geek Spot with us, everybody.